Cinema.
Welcome back to War with Cinema. I'm your host, Greg, your local metalhead. With me is...
Par the Collector. What's up, everybody?
And I gave you Donnie Darko. How was your rewatch of Donnie Darko?
Yeah, I really... it has been a while since I've seen this because
Same.
Most of it I was just like, holy shit, you know? Second time watching it.
This was your, second time?
Yes. This is just my second time.
Ever?
Yeah, because after I finished watching it this time, I was like, okay, I remember why I've never seen it again. Because it's just not my kind of movie, bro. You know?
Yeah, the reason I gave it to you is because you gave me Boon Not Saints, and that was one that got passed around in high school.
Right.
Well, Donnie Darko is the other one that got passed around a lot that people talked about when we were in high school. So I've seen this many, many times.
Well, it's kind of connected to some of your other ones you've given me recently because his love interest in this is old girl from the model movie.
Oh, really? Yeah. Right. Neon Demon.
Yeah, Neon Demon. Yeah, she's the demon.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. I didn't put two and two together.
Or the devil or whoever she's supposed to be in that. She's fucking creepy in that one. She's like in these weird ass movies, man.
Yeah,
like,
I'm into
you know
it.
What I mean, Like, I feel like I've seen her in mainstream shit too. But
probably I'd have to look up to see what it is.
Got her start, and I mean Donnie Darko, man. Like a lot of film buffs, like people that are really into filmmaking, they tout this movie. So I don't want to be, disrespectful because I know that it's a good movie to people that are into it.
It's okay. There's very much like people that love this movie and then people that hate this movie because they think it's overrated. So say what you want to say, like your real feelings. I don't want you to.
I will say this, like the first 25 minutes, I'm like, I swear to God, Greg only gives me Jake Gyllenhaal that sucks. Like, he just wants me to fucking hate Jake Gyllenhaal. And like he's one of my favorite actors. And like, you're trying to ruin him for me, bro.
I love Jake Gyllenhaal. I love almost every movie he's been in.
I think you love every movie he's fucking been in because like, there's movies that you've given me that I didn't know why he was in them. I'm like, bro, you make money. Like, why are you doing this shit? Like, you don't have to be in
He's
this.
An artist.
I see that.
But this is his start.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That's what I was gonna get to. That's what all that was a preamble to, was the fact that for him to be, well, he's probably 18, 19 when he does this movie.
He's young.
Can't be more than 22, and he shows some fucking range, dude. I don't know how much stuff he had done before this, but I feel like the only other movie he had done big time.
This is his first movie.
Is it?
I think it's like his first movie.
Dude, because he did October Sky, and I fucking love that movie. That's what made me like Jake Gyllenhaal to begin with.
Really?
Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
Oh, damn. See, I wanted to do another movie for my next pick, but I almost want to pick October Sky because that'll like make you re-love Jake Gyllenhaal all over again.
Yeah.
Because it's about it's about Homer, or forget his last name, but he becomes like a big time guy at NASA, but like he's from like bumfuck West Virginia.
Right.
He comes from a mining town, and like his dad's a miner and his brother's a all-star athlete. They want him to be a miner because that's what you do when you're from that school or from that town.
Right.
You go work in the mines. But it's like dangerous as fuck, and he like wants to be more. But it's a really great fucking movie, dude.
It sounds like it. I'll definitely check it out.
I don't know if I'll pick it this week, but
stick with your original pick
because I like my other pick pretty good.
So how was your second time watching this? So this, like you said, this is Jake Gyllenhaal and his sister.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
That I was like, those parents, like, they don't get enough credit. The Gyllenhaal parents, like, they fucking birthed out two fucking superstars, dude.
Right,
like, you'd be lucky if one person in an entire family tree does anything like big with their lives. They got two in one limb.
Right.
You know what I mean? I love her as an actress, and I think she's awesome in the Dark Knight franchise.
Agreed.
I think she kills Katie Holmes shit. Like,
I think so too. Like, I don't like it when they switch out characters, but or actors rather.
It's almost like, oh shit, this is better.
Yeah, exactly. Director Richard Kelly, which this is his directorial debut.
Yeah, I always thought somebody like Richard Linklater did this shit, or I don't know, people that just do weird ass movies. Your boy Aronofsky, something like that.
I know this does feel like a movie he would have done like early days,
but yeah, it's unfortunate because it's like a movie that's kind of like, you kind of feel bad because the kid's clearly like mentally ill.
Well, the movie wants to paint him as mentally ill. Yeah.
And you don't know if it's the stuff that he's on or the stuff because he's not on what he's supposed to be on.
Oh, real quick. Did you watch director's cut or
I watched the theatrical because that's what you told me.
All right.
And they said that the only biggest difference between the director's cut and the theatrical cut was they kind of held your hand in the director's cut and kind of like
explained every little thing.
Yeah, exactly. So it kind of lets you know. And I don't, you know me, man, I like to guess. So like I tried to, so I watched the theatrical, and like I said, it had been 20 years since I've seen this shit. So, I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna have any hard time like linking shit together because I haven't seen this.
Yeah.
So I went on the ride, dude. Like I paid my money and I got on the ride, dude. And
how was it?
It's the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like killed himself so she could live.
Okay.
That's pretty much what it is. That's like what I got out of it. A lot of symbolism, a lot of cool. What is it?
Special effects?
No,
visuals?
Visuals, but like filmography. Cinematography.
Cinematography, yeah.
That opening shot where he wakes up in like the road or whatever, and you just see that sky and the mountains. It's like a fucking Bob Ross painting. It's beautiful, man.
It is a beautiful shot, yeah.
And there's a lot of them. And the mask is creepy as shit. Like, I'm surprised you don't have one hanging on this fucking wall in here. Like,
I get ruined by people that idolize things, and Donnie Darko bled me dry in high school seeing it. Like, I'm just so sick of seeing fucking Frank the Bunny. So, no, I don't want to see Frank the Bunny anymore. Because you go into Hot Topic, and they had a whole Frank the Bunny section, like t-shirts, sweaters, keychains. Like,
I remember from middle school, and like it was a big deal.
Yeah, my circle of friends loved this movie, so
I think that's why I ended up watching it, because like you said, it just got like everybody's like, "Have you seen Donnie Darko?" You go watch it.
Right.
And I just sat down and watched it one day, and yeah. But we got to talk about the fact that like I didn't read the box. And like I said, it's been forever, so I didn't even... Fucking Drew Barrymore.
Oh, yeah.
Patrick Swayze coming out of left field in this movie. Like,
fun fact, the only reason this got made is because of Drew Barrymore.
Really?
She's the executive producer of this.
Man.
She came across the script. She loved it, so she financed the thing.
I honestly was wondering why she was in this movie.
Yep.
Because like they like, it's almost like they found ways to put her in it. So for real, like when the one girl is in the angel getup and she's like doing her dance on the stage, they just keep cutting back to Drew Barrymore. You ever notice? They just keep cutting back to her, like going, yes, just nodding, or like, oh yes, it's beautiful. Like I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, are they just, was it in her contract? Like, I need screen time, guys. I know it's a cameo, but I need the screen time.
Right.
You have a minor part at best. You're a teacher.
I think she plays a significant role in this movie.
Yeah, but her plot line didn't really make sense to me, man.
Like, it did to me.
Was it fucking necessary? Now, the science teacher, I get, because he broke down the time travel and all that to him, but I don't know. I just felt like hers was kind of like, why?
So, back in the day, I would watch this because I liked the time travel aspect of the movie. And watching it this time, I realized how vague the time travel is in this movie. Because you don't know how he time travels. You don't know... It's just left up to your interpretation on how this whole thing works. Like, they vaguely explain it to you about like interdimensions and stuff like that. And that's the part that always like really interested me. Watching it this time around, the time travel really didn't do it for me, but something else did that I didn't notice back in the day is the suburban life. Like this kid growing up in this, high middle class.
Yeah, see, that's another thing, man. Like, what the fuck's so bad about your life, kid? Like, I hate shit like that, man. Like,
that's how I grew up. Like, he is the embodiment of me and my friends when we were younger. We just wanted to rail against the establishment. And that's the part of this movie that I think does so well, is people related to that character and what he was going through.
They related to the fact that he had no filter. And that he would say whatever the fuck he wanted.
Exactly, and that's what we wanted to do.
Like somebody that thought they were about to die.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what people love about it, is that freedom.
Exactly. He says things that we want to say to people, but we can't for, social reasons.
Well, because, like, we don't want to die, for one, but two, we don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's like you have social etiquette, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, because that's probably one of the better scenes is when he's just telling off Patrick Swayze,
Mm-hmm.
just calling him a fraud, and he's like, "I think you're the fucking Antichrist."
Yeah, exactly.
And escorting him out, and all the kids are fucking cheering and stuff.
Yep.
I have to say, the woman that plays Mrs. Johnson or Miss Daniels or whatever the fuck her name is, she is like the original Karen. She is so good in this movie.
She is.
I fucking hate her the whole time she's on screen. And
I know when
like,
you see her, like,
damn,
God
she's
damn,
good.
fuck.
She's so good, but like I fucking want to slap her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I was just like, and her and that mother have a great scene where she's like saying that, you know, Patrick Swayze got arrested.
Mhm.
She's going to head up his defense campaign or
Well,
whatever. Is a charity thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And she has the coldest fucking line, but it's so great. She tells the mother, she's like, now, obviously, I would ask any mother other than you, but they're all unavailable to go. She's like, I swear, Diane, it's like you don't even care about fucking
Sparkle motion.
sparkle motion. And I was like, that is the best fucking line in this movie. Because I have a daughter and she's starting to want to like do gymnastics. Like she's got one of those mats for Christmas.
Right.
I'll be watching TV or trying to play a game or something. She's doing fucking cartwheels across the living room, you know, or like front flips and all this other shit. And like I thought that was a cool scene, like with when the girls, the dance squad or whatever, they're up there doing like the dance moves that I still use to this day. You know, they're up there shimmying and popping, locking and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that woman played the OG Karen.
Yeah. I think the other mother did a really good job too.
Oh yeah,
playing like apathetic.
oh my God, she had some great lines too. Like when he's sitting on the bed, I love that. It was very powerful. He's like, how's it feel to have a wacko for a son? And she's like trying to fight back tears with everything in her. And she's like, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck, man. Like, who doesn't want a mother that loves them like that?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, that just goes to show why moms are awesome.
Right.
There.
Well, you want to go through the movie? So we can talk about each scene
Yeah.
like we usually do?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because fun fact that I didn't even notice first, or I never noticed watching this movie. So it opens up, you know, Jake Gyllenhaal is on the side of the road. He drives back to his house and with the commentary.
Mm.
So whenever they were doing the commentary, this is when the director said that this is where the two dimensions collide because it's two dimensions happening at once. And this is where Jake Gyllenhaal's character goes into the other dimension. And so there's a plane engine that falls into his room and the whole house like shakes. But one thing that I didn't notice is when he was riding his bike back to the house, that car that passes him, the red one, that's Frank's car.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention.
There was a little Easter egg I picked up on later on in the movie
Mhm.
that I'll get to when we get there.
Right.
But yeah, he just kind of gets up and like it's somebody talking to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I was going to say too, there's another little Easter egg is when Maggie Gyllenhaal's character comes inside, you notice there's honking outside. Well, that's Frank's car that I was like, oh my God, I don't know why I never noticed that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, the plane engine falls on the house into his room, but he wakes up. Oh, talking to the bunny.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. Saying that he has so long to
28 days.
Yeah.
60 hours.
to save the world.
Or he says all things, all living things will end.
Yeah, exactly. So the world will come to an end if he doesn't save the world in this amount of time. Then he wakes up on the golf course. Yep.
Yeah, it's a great scene.
Patrick Swayze.
This is John Darko's kid. He's a good guy. He's a good kid. He's just a little, you know. Anyways, Donnie, don't sleep on the course, man. You get some late golfing in, son. Just fucking dad jokes,
Right.
You know, back then though, that's probably like not out of the norm. It's just like, oh, this kid's doing drugs, but like, you know, that's normal for kids their age.
Well, I think everyone knows he's like a sleepwalker.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because he wakes up in random places.
I love the first when he comes back. It's written on the little marker board. Where's Donnie?
Yeah, it's to emphasize like sleepwalking.
We need to find him.
Yeah.
I never understood if you have somebody that does that, why don't you just lock all the doors?
They probably unlock them.
There's no way they're doing it.
I don't know.
I think it's pretty amazing. I don't believe it.
You don't believe it?
I don't believe that there's actual sleepwalking. I'm sorry. I just don't believe that.
I see videos online of people that are sleepwalking, quote unquote.
Does it look like they're awake?
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're just fucking with people.
Right. And that's what I'm like, how many of these are real?
Now, if you like just kind of like sit up in bed for a few minutes or something, or like maybe even turn to get out of the bed, like, you know, just muscle memory, you think you're getting up for work or something. But I don't see people getting up, walking down the fucking stairs, walking outside into traffic and shit. Like, I just don't believe that that's like a thing.
Well, some people get up and like make food. I was listening, somebody was telling a story how this guy would get up and make food, eat it, and go back to bed. And he would wake up wondering why his food was missing. He thought someone was coming in, like taking food. So they put up a video camera and it showed him getting up, making food in the middle of him sleeping. How crazy is that?
That's weird. I guess the human mind, you know, that's why we don't understand everything.
And that's the scariest part about it.
Yeah. But, okay, so we'll just go with it for the sake of it's a movie, you know. But yeah, he does that a couple times during the movie.
Right.
Then it has the scene where it like shows them all going to school and all that. And of course the FFA is like giving them hush money. Like, because they don't know where the fucking engine came from. You don't find out till fucking last frame of the movie.
Right.
So they put him up in this hotel and all this shit. And he hears something, or the Frank starts talking to him again, and the school gets vandalized. And they start blaming it on... Dude, that's another one that comes out of left field. Seth Rogen in the most random fucking cameo of ever.
This is his first movie as well.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that part where they're him and his friend are like messing with a girl. He's like, "I like your boobs." I'm like, of course, the first line you've ever said in a movie is the most Seth Rogen thing,
right? And then he hits him, with the most iconic, well, soon to be iconic laugh.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, dude.
That little thing is like the fucking...
It's his catchphrase.
Yeah. Like your boobs.
That's like one of my favorite like lines from fucking This Is the End when the paparazzi are like, Seth, do the laugh. He's like, I don't want to. So they're like, do the laugh. Seth, he's like, And Jay's like, that's got to be humility. He's like, it is. Because I bet people ask him to do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
You're getting sick of that shit. Changes his laugh.
He just doesn't laugh anymore. Stops doing comedy. Only writes like violence and like dramas. You know? Seth, man, come on. Just come back to comedy. Fuck you guys. I haven't laughed in 5 years.
Yeah.
I punch myself in the dick every morning to give myself that fucking anger to where I don't feel like laughing at anything.
So he goes to school and he's in Drew Barrymore's class and they're talking about that book.
I feel like that was a very 90s fucking scene. Like they did this whole thing where they open up the back, which when you were in school, bro, when the fuck did you ever open up the back door of the fucking bus? That was not a thing, dude. That was just not a thing, bro.
Right. Unless you were doing the fire.
Exactly.
Fire
the
drill.
Alarm goes off. The bus driver's pissed. You get kicked off the bus for a week. Your parents got to take you. You're a fucking shit show.
Right.
Like, that's not a thing, but it's a 90s movie. So like, boom, we're doing this. And it shows they're all wearing the matching uniforms, which gave me fucking anxiety from back when I was in elementary school, having to wear that shit.
I never had to wear a uniform.
Oh, we had to do it in middle school and fucking elementary school, bro.
I'm so glad I missed out on that because...
Fucking high school was like a godsend because they were like, yeah, you can do that. You can wear what you want as long as it ain't like titties or weed and shit on your shirt. You can do that. So it's when you really got to express yourself.
Yeah.
Which I think plays into a little bit about the tone of the movie, like what they're trying to paint, like conformity, you know, the same thing with the teachers and, you know, the, like you said, the suburbia and all that. I think they're just trying to paint it that like, this is such a perfect world. Like what's wrong with this kid? And
what's funny is I think this is a completely by accident by the director, because I think he was so focused on the time travel, getting that all right. He's like, well, I need this to take place somewhere and happen to somebody. So he paints this like perfect world, this kid growing up in this suburban neighborhood and all the shit that he has to deal with.
I was going to say either that or he was just trying to think of like an average kid.
Yeah. Like, in the time that this came out, this is like perfect. Exactly. Like how we grew up. We had those, radical thinkers like Patrick Swayze's character that's like, be good or be bad. Like,
There's still people like that.
They're still like that, but it was very like predominant in the 90s.
Televangelists, motivational speakers.
Exactly. You always had someone cramming their shit down your throat.
You remember when Miss Cleo was a thing?
Oh my God. Miss Cleo.
Call me now. That shit was hilarious, man. I always wondered if people called that shit like
my neighbor, we would do the three-way thing, and he would three-way those hotlines from his phone. He racked up a $3,000 phone bill and wasn't allowed to use the phone anymore.
Forever.
I think he still can't.
I was gonna say he's a grown man. He's lived on his own for years, and he still doesn't have a phone because his dad will drive over and smack that shit out of his hand.
Yeah, he would call those sex line and stuff too. But yeah, Miss Cleo was a trip.
That's crazy.
How do you
the world before the internet,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. She's not Jamaican.
Dude, it's so funny though, bro, because like, how long did Shaggy fucking everybody thought this dude was Jamaican as shit, and he's from New Jersey. He does interviews, he sounds like you and me.
Right,
Doesn't
right.
sound like he's from anywhere other than New Jersey. That was hilarious.
90s, fake accents everywhere.
I'm Mr. Bombastic. That's great. Anyways, so they go through the school thing.
Mm-hmm.
Another story point that I really didn't give a shit about, like I don't understand why she was in the movie, was the girl that everybody kind of ignored, the one that gets made fun of for being fat and like.
There's something at the end of the movie, you know, whenever he grabs her earmuffs or whatever. I think there's something there. I didn't care enough to like.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you had enough going on in this movie. Like why? Like we didn't need her. You know.
I guess she was just supposed to be a what do you call him? Transfer student from another country.
Oh, is that what it was?
I guess just to have one of those in there.
Like I said, Drew Barrymore's character just felt kind of like.
I liked her because she was the adult that related to the kids.
Yeah.
You know how I was talking about they want to rail against society. Well, she's the one that tries to understand them. She tries to look on, you know, from their point of view.
We're losing them to apathy.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's why her character was in there to kind of like relate to these kids. I'll
ask you to you this way. If it wasn't Drew Barrymore playing that character, do you think it would have had that much fucking screen time? Like, do you think she would have had that much role?
Mm-hmm.
She would have had her little spiel in the classroom.
Well, she didn't have that much.
She had a little girl to sit down.
Right. And then she
like she showed her getting fired. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Showed her walking outside and yelling fuck, and then it goes to another useless character sitting there eating a sandwich. And I was just like, what? Why? Like, why?
I don't think so, because her getting fired is showing that the one person that can relate to these students is getting pushed out by the other adults.
Yeah. And I like the scenes with the therapist and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Mm-hmm.
I think that those were great because, like I said, for his age, it showed his range.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like anybody watching this movie that was in the film business was like, this fucking kid's gonna be big.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get this guy now while he's young.
Yep.
But
shit, he only wants to do these weird ass movies like Enemy and Prisoners.
Well, he did those sparingly. I feel like he didn't start doing movies like that until he had done hits, and then he had the freedom to be like, "Hey, I want to do this."
Yeah,
he gets a passion project.
He does make some big movies here and there.
I mean, he was just in a fucking Spider-Man movie 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, like he's still in a box office.
But now he's doing movies that I don't care about. Like, have you seen the Ambulance preview?
Mm-mm.
He's in it.
He made Nightcrawler, bro. He still puts out bangers, bro.
Yeah. But now he's, I don't know. There's a movie came out. He's supposed to be in an ambulance. Like, he goes and robs a bank, hijacks an ambulance, and they're on the run. It just seems very Hollywoodish, you know.
Well, because I mean, he probably has to play ball too, bro.
Yeah.
Like everybody else.
Yeah.
Like,
we did
bro,
yours. Now you can do
ours.
ours.
$3 million to make that shitbox movie you wanted to do. So guess what? You're gonna do this one.
Yeah,
for
I guess
us.
you're right.
You know, not everybody's above the law. Everybody got to play ball a little bit. You know?
You're right. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think Nightcrawler is probably like the most
creepiest,
artsy Jake Gyllenhaal movie that I enjoy.
Oh,
like,
that you enjoy. I was gonna say Enemy's probably one of his like artsiest.
Oh, dude, Nocturnal Animals is definitely more
Up
artsy
there,
than Nightcrawler and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm not saying he's bad in them. He can act his ass off in anything. Like,
have you ever seen a Source Code?
Yes,
It's really good too.
it's okay.
It's okay. You didn't like it.
It was like that movie came out like when all that shit came out.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
And
it did get pushed under.
It felt like the fourth fucking time I had seen that idea on screen, and I was just like, I don't need to see that.
Yeah.
And then like I saw it on HBO one day, and was just like,
okay, I've seen that before.
Yep.
Thanks. I get
Jake
that.
Gyllenhaal taking a turn. I get it. All right, gotcha. But like Southpaw was fucking phenomenal.
I've been itching to watch that movie again. I thought I bought it, but I don't have it.
Yeah, it's like one of my favorite boxing movies.
Same.
Now. Like it's so fucking good, man. You fucking bleed with that guy, dude. Like.
I know what I'm doing tonight.
What
I'm
going
gonna
on,
buy
Jake
Southpaw.
Gyllenhaal? Yeah, like he does so many good ones. Like it's just like he's an actor that like anytime I see him on something, even if the movie's completely dog shit, you know he's still gonna give it his all.
Right. Yeah. Our buddy Steven, he texted me the other day because apparently he put up a movie on Netflix, Netflix original. He's like, Jake Gyllenhaal is the only reason this movie's good.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was, but yeah, he definitely makes the movie better.
Right. And he'll do Southern. He can do, you know what I mean? Like he can play a guy from anywhere too. Like he's actually one of the, I don't think he's ever done it, but like if he tried a British accent, like, I don't know. I think
I'm sure he could pull it off.
That's what I'm saying. He would take his shit to school.
Mm-hmm.
Like he'd move in with a British dude for a while just to pick it up. Like,
Agreed.
So anyways, where we at? Okay. So he tears up the school and rumors got around that it's the kid that him and Seth Rogen are friends. Like they don't get along.
Right.
So he's taking a piss in there and like this kid pulls a switchblade out on him, which is like not cool. And it's kind of scary, right?
It is kind of scary, but you talk shit.
Get cut.
Yeah.
I want to do the polka. Vince Vaughn. Anyways.
I don't know where you grew up, but that's how it was in my school.
You got knives pulled out on you?
Yeah. Did you not?
Would you grow up in a West Side Story?
With the slick back hair.
Were the Jets gunning for you?
Oh, it was not a gas.
People were not, people would get their ass beat, man, but like, you know, it didn't really take it more than that. Like, you know, I only knew one kid that got stabbed in school, and he got stabbed by his stepdad. Like, he didn't even get stabbed by like another kid.
Man, I think it was more of like a scare tactic. Nobody got stabbed, but people had knives.
It's just gotta show you I got the blade on me. Yeah, you're a puss. I'll tell you that. I don't want to get cut, so I'm gonna shut up, but like you're a bitch.
Right.
Like, anyways. So yeah, he pulls a knife on him, he goes home or whatever, but then they have that little school, or he sit in the class at the Karen's class, and they watch the video on like fear.
Yeah.
And he's just like enthralled.
Fear and love.
He's just like enthralled in it, you know. So I'm thinking he's like gonna be a fan of this guy, you know. Doesn't turn out that way. He just starts seeing him for being like a false prophet or something like that. That is what I gathered they were getting at. And Frank's like wanting him to fuck him up, and he finds that wallet.
Right.
It's got his address and shit. It's right in front of this dope ass house. Like, how do you not know that's where the guy lives? I'm serious. That town didn't look that big. Like, that house was like a mansion.
Yeah, it was the only mansion in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
who lives there? We don't know.
The fucking mayor?
Yeah.
Oh, Tony Robbins.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I kept wanting to call him through this movie. And Patrick Swayze, man, I really give it to him, man, because like, I'm not the biggest Patrick Swayze fan, and I don't like to talk ill about people that aren't with us any longer, but he has some fucking hits for me. Like, I love
Roadhouse.
I love Roadhouse.
Roadhouse is amazing.
What anybody says, if you don't fuck with Roadhouse, I don't fuck with you.
Right, 100%.
That and
he just did a lot of chick flicks. That's his thing.
Yeah,
like he did Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing isn't a bad movie.
No. It's like, a good movie, but
you know, and I don't mind The Outsiders. I don't think it's a great movie, but I don't think it's a bad movie.
He's a great actor. He just did some.
Right. I mean, he did 80s movies, man.
Exactly.
He did crowd pleasing movies. But Roadhouse will always keep him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
for sure.
100%.
But he does a great job in this one too. Like, he doesn't have a big role, but like,
yeah, he plays it well.
He plays it, and he plays a good douchebag. Like, he makes you like not want to fuck with him. Like,
yeah, there's a there's one part in the movie, I guess we'll skip around. So whenever they're at the talent show and he's like, the moment we've all been waiting for. I was like, no, that's the moment you've been waiting for. But this is before he burns his house down, because I didn't remember everything about this movie. I was like, no, this is probably the moment you've been waiting for. And next thing you know, Jake Gyllenhaal is burning down his house, and they find a
I was wondering if he was the one that put it there, or if he was actually like into it, you know?
No, he was into it, because at the end of the movie, at the very end of the movie, he wakes up like in a panic and a sweat. You know, I think it's real. Yeah.
Oh, because his house didn't burn down.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's cool. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Because like all of it kind of goes together, you know, like in that big montage.
That's really the only gripe I have with this kind of storyline is he's trying to save everyone, but Patrick Swayze still gets away with, you know, having the kiddie porn. So I'm just like, how is that? That's not resolved. It sounds like he got off. But anyway.
Yeah, because now he's still rich and famous and still doing that nasty shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
That was really the only part of the movie that I was like, it doesn't
Donnie,
work.
you a bitch. You should have just took your fucking girl. Like, you could have got another girlfriend, bro. You're fucking young. You'll love again, bro. Fuck Frank. He killed her. You got him. Like, the movie could have ended just like that. You were good. You were good. You could have lived, Donnie.
You could have.
I think that's what pissed me off about it. Like, you know, I wanted to give this movie a lot more because it's not a bad movie. It's not a bad movie. And like I said, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. There are many things about this movie that I did enjoy.
Well, there's a reason it's a cult favorite by so many people. Yeah. Like, it can't be a bad movie and loved by so many people.
But at the same time, you know me, dog. It's just not not my thing. But that being said, there were things that I loved, and there's things that I did not love.
What else?
I love that party scene because like Maggie Gyllenhaal gets into Harvard, and of course Jake Gyllenhaal like is looking for an excuse to go fuck shit up. So he's like, let's throw a party. We'll totally get away with it. Mom and Dad are gone. And then there's another thing that I thought maybe he made up, because when the little sister and the dance squad or whatever's doing it, they get on to Star Search.
Yeah.
And you know what's another fucked up thing about this movie, bro?
What?
This whole movie takes place 28 days before my fucking birthday, bro. The year I was born, dog.
Oh, really?
I was born in fucking 88, bro. He dies the day before my birthday, bro. The day before I'm born, dude. This is a fucked up ass movie, bro. It kind of fucked with me. I thought about it on the way over. I'm like, holy shit, they did say 88 the entire time, dude. Right. Holy fuck. Like,
he pulled you from another dimension.
I'm about to say Donnie died so I could live, bro. Like, I should change my name to Par Darko, bro.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
I was just sitting there through the movie, you know, and I was just like, man, this is so weird. Why does this look so familiar? Like, I keep saying October 88. I'm like, damn, man. Then I'm like 30th. Shit. But yeah. I thought the little portal things were kind of cool. Kind of made it look like
do you know what they represent?
Yeah, their timeline.
Yeah, it's their he's basically able to see their timeline. And see, that's the problem I have with this movie. So Frank is from another dimension. He's coming into Donnie Darko's dimension to tell him to do these things so he can time travel and save the world. I feel like you right now, where you're like, I need more. I need it to be explained a little bit. Like, why can he see these time portals? So timelines.
Yeah, I was just like, why is it him?
Yeah.
Why is it Frank?
Yeah.
And why does Frank look like that, but he doesn't? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously,
he's a different Frank. He's a Frank from a different dimension.
So he's a rabbit monster in one and like a normal guy in the other?
Yeah. So somehow Frank gets killed, goes through some time dimension to meet up with Donnie Darko.
Yeah, because he shows up in the movie theater with his eye shot out.
Exactly. So he's showing he's trying to show Donnie Darko what he needs to do in order to time travel. Because all these events.
I don't think I was meant to laugh, but when he tells him, he's like, "What happened to you?" He's like, "You shot me." He's like, "I'm sorry." I was just like, what? Yeah, sorry. What were you saying?
No. I was just saying that all these events have to happen for him to be able to time travel.
Yeah, like
in
I
order
said,
to save the world.
That was some of the things I did enjoy was when it showed him. When it showed he's like, look through that portal. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Yeah. But then there's the one he followed the portal and he was looking into her stomach and he saw something and that's when he like rushed away.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did he see
maybe her dying?
Her getting pregnant with his baby? I don't know. I was reading into that one a little too much.
Yeah, he's like, my mom's dead. She's like, my mom's missing. And his first instinct is like, well, let me hit that shit. But,
typical teenager.
Yeah. Let me use this terrible, tragic time in your life to take advantage of it.
Right.
But no, I was gonna say the little Easter egg is the kid at the bottom of the stairs when him and the girl go up. It's he's wearing the Ronald Reagan mask from Point Break, and I was like, Patrick Swayze. I was like, look at that, Point Break. Like, how cool is that? Like, I wonder if he was like, hey, thanks, man, appreciate you.
That's funny.
A little nod to me,
right?
But because you see it a couple times, they show the Swayze mask,
yeah,
well, the Ronald Reagan mask,
right?
But
it's pretty iconic.
All right, that's what I meant. Like, and you know, if you have Patrick Swayze in your movie, like, why not drop that Easter egg? You know, because Point Break is a badass '80s movie. Yeah, I love Point Break, the original. I didn't think the new one was terrible, but
I don't think I've seen the new one.
It's okay. It's more like X Games shit. Like these dudes are doing like jumping off mountains and all kinds of shit.
Oh, I don't think I've seen Point Break. I was thinking about Sugar and Spice.
Oh,
where the girls rob the bank, but they're wearing the Ronald Reagan mask.
Yeah, and one of them's pregnant.
That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, and I was like, I didn't think that was called Point Break, so I don't know.
Yeah, I remember that. They're all cheerleading squad.
Yeah.
That's right. And one of them's pregnant as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a funny one. Actually, man, I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Well, shout out to my wife because she's like, you haven't seen Sugar and Spice? We're watching that right now. Nice. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like a cute, funny
movie. Take it for what it is.
I forget who plays the pregnant cheerleader's boyfriend, but he's like a big actor.
Oh, I don't even remember.
I think it's Billy Marsden. I think that's who it is.
Yeah,
because he works at Blockbuster and he's the star quarterback. And the girl that hates everybody is the one narrating it. She's like, "Would you think that they just had a storybook ending?" Yeah, they won state. Shows him laying on the bed.
Right. Another thing in this movie I thought was kind of weak is Donnie Darko goes to talk to Drew Barrymore's character, and she has cellar door written on the chalkboard, and he's like, "What is cellar door?" She's like, "Scholars, say it's the most beautiful word ever written," and that's what gets him to look into the cellar door at the end of the movie, or near the end of the movie.
Yeah,
and I just thought it was a really weak link together. You know what I mean?
Where was the cellar door, though?
It was in the old ladies.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was creepy as shit.
Yeah. She's the one that wrote the time travel book. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Philosophy and Time Travel.
He wrote her that letter.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why she was checking the mailbox every day. Was for his letter.
Yep.
Everyone in the universe dies alone. That's the saddest fucking message, bro. That's why I picked the movie I'm picking, because we got to bring it out of it, We
always do this.
Yeah, dude, your fucking movie depresses the shit out of me for a week, and then I got to bring myself back with a lighthearted romp.
So, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot more to say on this. Is there anything else you wanted to touch on?
I feel like we got most of the scenes that I enjoyed.
Yeah. What are some things that you really didn't enjoy, if you can remember them?
Like I said, the girl, and like I said, I just felt like Drew Barrymore like tried to get a little too much shine with her role. I forget the science teacher's name, but he does a good job in this movie. He doesn't have a big part.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good.
He does a good job of breaking down, like, because you could tell he's trying to care about Donnie. He like doesn't want anything bad to happen to him.
Right.
He's trying to give him something constructive to put his mind on.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, fate or destiny or what would have it, he gives him the book that ultimately leads him down that fucking rabbit hole that ends it. Or that's a good connection too. Frank the Rabbit.
Yeah, going down the rabbit hole. Yeah. It's
everything in this movie is like that though.
It has shining moments, definitely does. And plus Frank the Rabbit is a very iconic looking character, creepy as fuck.
Well, like I said, I can see why people who are into these type of movies, why they love this so much. And I didn't hate it.
I think it gives people like the time travel thing. Like some people may like it because it's vague enough for you to like sink your teeth into and try to like piece it together puzzle wise in your head. And that's cool and all. But me, the suburban life, him growing up in this neighborhood, wanting to rebel against everything, just like that's the part that resonated with me even more this time around, which was surprising. Yeah. It's funny how you watch movies from back in the day and it like hits different.
Yeah. Yeah. There's certain things that did not age well at all.
Oh, no, definitely not.
But that's to be expected when you watch older flicks.
Yeah. Some things don't age.
Right.
Comedy aged. I thought it was a pretty funny movie. Like the comedy still holds up.
I laughed about that I don't feel like people laughed at back then. Like the fact that you see Seth Rogen baby faced as a motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
His whole every time he was on screen, I couldn't stop laughing. Like I just couldn't get over how baby faced he looked and like how like hard he was trying to like be an asshole.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And knowing that he's like the biggest teddy bear in the world.
Exactly.
Like, it's just funny to me.
That is pretty funny. Yeah, same.
But yeah, I didn't hate it. I feel like I'm gonna give it a pretty good ranking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going 7.
7.
A solid 7 out of 10.
A 7 is middle of the road for Nick for some reason.
Nah, 5 is middle of the road. 5 is like, I saw it. I will never watch it again. I didn't hate it, but I'll never watch it again.
So you'll watch Donnie Darko again?
Yeah, I would watch it again.
Oh, okay.
It'll be a while.
Yeah.
I don't know about another 20, but it'll be a while.
Mm-hmm.
But you gave it to me, so now I can go back whenever I want.
That's true.
I may watch the director's cut next time just to see the difference. But I thought like if anything, it didn't need to be longer. They could have made it shorter if they wanted to. Like I said, you cut out one or two little things, and it's still just a flowing of a movie, I feel like. But
I feel the theatrical cut is the right amount of time that it needs to be to say everything.
Well, that's why I looked up the difference, and it's like 2 hours and 14 minutes for the director's cut, and it's an hour 53 for the theatrical.
So 20 minutes.
And I'm thinking, like, what did you need that extra 24 for?
Damn,
like,
I didn't realize it was an extra like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was like, what did you need that for? You know what I mean? Like, you could have just used some of that other time to just, instead of fucking staring off into space, we explain something before we go on to this next act. Like,
well, that's what it was. Between scenes, it was parts from the book that explains the next scene.
Gotcha.
So it just over-explained everything. Every scene that was happening, you knew why it was happening. Plus, there's a little thing in there where the psychiatrist says that his pills are actually placebos. So that's not in the theatrical cut.
Oh.
So everything that's happening is fucking with him.
He is really crazy.
Yeah. I give this a special...
Not a highly recommended this time?
It's like a very like niche recommended. I feel this is strictly for like teenagers that are into film. Like that's teenagers that are into film, like definitely give this a watch. But other than that, I can't recommend it. Like I can't recommend it to people our age that haven't seen it. They won't like it or get it. The people that have our age have either seen this movie.
A couple people asked me on TikTok this week. They're like, what movie are y'all doing? And I was like, Donnie Darko. They're like, was it 1998, dude? Like, why are you doing Donnie Darko? I was like, I didn't pick it. They were like, oh, okay.
That's what we do. We always do old movies.
No, I know, but like, I don't know. I guess that was like how, like you said, like how much of a, shot to a throwback. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's because it's one of those movies, bro. You either love it or you hate it.
Definitely.
I don't know.
But yeah, if you're you're into film, you haven't seen Donnie Darko, definitely give it a watch because it's a trippy movie.
Or if you're just a huge Jake Gyllenhaal fan, man, because like I said, he knocks it out of the park.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
He makes this movie, honestly. Not to say that other people phoned it in or anything. Everybody does a good job.
Right.
But yeah, it is a very
Interesting
abstract.
movie.
Yeah, it's a different kind of movie.
Yeah, it's abstract. You're supposed to put your own thoughts into it. That's kind of what it leaves itself up to.
I would say this is a great like beginner abstract movie.
Oh yeah.
Like if you're trying to like get into movies, like sometimes that Greg picks is, you kind of got to work it out.
Yeah.
This is a good one to start with. Like
no, 100%. That's why I was saying like teenagers or, up and coming film people.
And I think you've been saying you wanted to give me this movie for a while.
I bought the Arrow special edition, so I've kind of been itching to rewatch it. So it gave me an excuse to rewatch it.
10-4.
Yeah.
So you want to know what we're doing next?
What are we doing next?
Snatch.
Oh shit!
Fucking A, right?
Nice.
Yes. I've been on a Guy Ritchie kick lately, man. I just watched The Gentleman the other day.
Did you watch his newest one with
Wrath of Man?
Yeah.
I can't, dude.
Why?
It just doesn't look good. And like, I love Guy Ritchie. I don't want to hate it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just like,
I don't think
he killed it with The Gentleman, bro.
So he would kill it with this.
But Jason Statham's kind of like not Jason Statham no more, man. Like he's more transporter now than he is fucking. I feel like he's turned into Steven Seagal, bro, of the 2000s.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen the last
think him
3
and-
or 4 he's done? They're just straight B action movies.
I think him and Bruce Willis are on the same I think Bruce Willis is way down there, but
I feel like Bruce Willis will do anything for money.
yes,
Honestly. Jason seems like he has to at least want to do it. Like,
a little bit.
Well, everything he's in, like even the movies that aren't big time for him, like there's a lot of action.
Mhm.
So he's still got to be in shape. So you have to like at least give a fuck a little bit.
Right.
Bruce Willis ain't done his shit in years. Like he ain't working out like that no more.
It's very true.
We just want you to play a fucking serial killer. All right, sign me up. How much? 3 million? What I asked for? Okay, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it for us, and I'll let you know if you should watch it or not.
Yeah, that's another thing. I haven't seen it. Like if I saw it for sale, I would probably buy it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm excited for Snatch. I love Snatch.
I just wish he would do a fucking sequel that I want, bro. Like Guy Ritchie, bro. Like do one I want to watch. Like do Sherlock Holmes 3.
It's in the works.
Yeah, it's been in the works for fucking decades.
Yeah,
bro.
but it's like finally picking up some steam.
Do Snatch 2.
Because
do rock and roll. Do the real rock and roller, bro. Do fucking Gentleman 2. Any of that, I
think they are doing Gentlemen too. But Robert Downey Jr. has been playing Iron Man. That's why they couldn't do Sherlock Holmes 3.
Oh, fuck it. He had time to make that dumbass Dr. Dolittle movie, bro.
No, that he did that afterwards. So they're working on Sherlock Holmes 3.
They need to, bro.
But the thing is I don't think Guy Ritchie's directing it. Now that I think about it.
Oh, I heard that was the only reason they do it is if he.
Maybe I'm misspeaking. I'm surprised you haven't asked me about Batman.
I didn't think you'd saw it.
I didn't. Did you watch it?
You know I saw it opening day.
I'm surprised you haven't said anything about it.
I fucking love it.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
You have to go.
I'm going today.
You have to see my TikToks, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm over TikTok, bro.
Do you watch my TikToks?
You don't put TikToks on.
Yes, I do.
On War with Cinema, you put TikToks on?
Oh, no. I thought you were talking about personal TikToks.
I see your shit on Instagram. Is it the same stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm seeing it.
What are you putting on War with Cinema?
My movie hauls.
Oh, yeah. I haven't really been buying movies. I stopped.
I got a great idea, bro. The next time I go live on my Part of the Collector channel, I'm going to go follow War with Cinema on like my screen.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole time when I got people coming in, that's all they're going to see is War with Cinema, War with Cinema, War with Cinema. Because I want to get to 1,000, bro, on TikTok. If we get our page over 1,000 on there, I can go live and we can go live right here and talk. Obviously not do the episode on live, but we could just do like, you know how we'll bullshit for about 20 minutes?
Right.
We could go live for 20 minutes and people could ask questions.
On TikTok?
Yeah, it's just like a Q&A live. Something like that.
All right.
I'll put the camera on me, bro. They won't even know you're there other than hearing your voice if that's what you're worried about. But, if you
let's
don't
get
want
to 1,000 and we'll do live TikTok.
It'd be awesome.
Live shows.
But yeah, I there's so many people that are into movies on TikTok. Like we just got to get in that lane, bro.
Yeah.
So because I got like 4 or 5 movie guys that follow me, but they follow us now because I got them all to follow us. I was
nice.
I was like, hey, bro, follow my podcast. You like movies? Go follow my podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my new goal. I'm gonna get us to 1,000 by the end of the year.
Oh yeah, sounds like a plan.
And dude, I thought of some great fucking TikTok skits, bro. And we could put them on Instagram. We could put them on YouTube. We could put them on everywhere. But it's just like, you know how they'll always have those like, tell me who your favorite superhero is without telling me who your favorite superhero is.
Right.
Tell me what your podcast is about without telling me what your podcast is about.
Oh, that's
and then it'll just be like me with like some dope ass trap beats going, and it'll say like blockbuster movies and shit. And then it'll cut over to you with like fucking death metal, art house, fucking independent, just fucking like that. And then it'll give people like our personality. But it'll still be hilarious because like we'll be like right on top of each other because like I'm gonna be like like you know what I mean. You could just like have your fucking guitar like right in my ear. Like, it would be hilarious.
I just thought of a good simple one. Like, tell me what your podcast is about without telling me. I hand you a movie, you take the movie, and then you lay it on the floor and step on it,
or I smack it out of your hand.
So simple.
Those are perfect, bro. Those are perfect. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, we gotta start doing more little shit like that, man. And now that YouTube has YouTube Shorts, I was like, we just need to take an afternoon, me and you. We can knock out like 8 of them, bro, and then just drop them here and there.
Right. Little promotion videos.
This year for Christmas, I want to do that idea I told you about last year, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm completely not even really me. Like, I'm just a hired actor playing
Yeah.
me. I think that shit'll hit so fucking good, bro.
It'll be good.
Get these fucking kids out of here. Like, I think it'll be hilarious.
Yeah.
Like,
I got a lot of good skits in my head that I would love to do.
yeah, bro. Like, we do them all, man.
Yeah.
But like, we'll just have to pick a day and we'll knock them out, man.
It sounds like a plan.
Because now though, we're still on the same rotation. So
the reason the episodes have been coming out a little slower than usual is because we're working extra days at work. So
yeah, we both work for the same place, not the same place, but the same place.
Right. So they have us working more, so we can't do these as often as usual, but hopefully we'll get back into it soon. But we're still doing it.
Yeah, we are. And I still love it, man. And you were like, when you texted me yesterday, like, we still get together? I'm like, fuck yeah, we are.
Okay. I never know.
I'm definitely coming, bro. But yeah, so Snatch next week, man. It's going to be a good one.
Snatch. Till then.
Later, y'all.
Later.